Guys, seriously, is there anything better than an Italian croissant in the morning with a cup of cappuccino? This bas-relief here was built in the same time as the Duomo. The smaller Italian cities are the soul of Italy, where you discover Italian culture, Italian mindset, Italian people. The whole area makes me think of French palaces for some reason. There might not be anything particular about it, and in the first look it's just a stone or something. However, there are two curious legends linked to this place. So one of them says that this stone was actually the stone of shame in the medieval times, and people who were in debt were paying their duty here. And another legend says that this stone was linked to pagan rites, and it's incredibly old. And some blood-curdling stuff has been happening here, like, you believe what you want to believe. However, it's a very common legend here in Modena. This is a very fun thing about Modena. I was looking for this place, which has numbers 38/39, and I've learned that in Modena, here in Piazza Grande, all the numbers are going just one after another, like 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. I'm now going inside an acetaia, a place that produces and sells balsamic vinegar, because it was born here in Modena. It's a typical product for Modena. And you know what, guys? This place was founded in 1605. Can you imagine it? Guys, I bought something very particular. So I bought a very particular balsamic vinegar flavored with raspberries. I'm such a huge fan of raspberries, and it was amazing to be able to try this balsamic vinegar and to buy it later. And I can't wait to try it with cheese or with something else. The first written account of balsamic vinegar dates back to 11th century, when a bottle of balsamic vinegar was gifted to the Emperor Enrico III. And during the Middle Ages, balsamic vinegar was considered either as a disinfectant or as a cure, a magical cure for basically each disease. It was used to cure sore throat, and it was used during the labor pains. it was just considered a magical potion, you know, a magical thing that can cure almost everything. We're gonna see later the effect of the balsamic vinegar. So you can definitely bring yourself a fancy souvenir from Modena, because as for me the best souvenirs are either photographs or something that you can eat afterwards. And I've actually been thinking about making a tour around Acetaes. I've talked about it earlier when we were in Castelvetro, always in the Modena region. However, let me know if you want a real tour around Acetaes, because we can arrange a tour with trying various balsamic vinegars and actually seeing the production process, which is very interesting, because balsamic vinegar is actually made of grapes. Did you know that? So guys, if you want more, if you want to see a tour around Acetaes, if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and put a thumbs up and tell me so in the comments. As I said before, a very famous person, a very famous opera singer was born in Modena. I'm talking about Luciano Pavarotti, and there is his house, which houses a museum now, and you can visit it almost every day. I will leave the link in the description box for your information. And we aren't going there today because it's a walking tour and it's a little bit further, it's not exactly in the center. However, if you visit Modena and if you're visiting it by car, you should really go pay to visit. There are modern areas in Modena as well, of course, and a few very interesting places are located in this area. Which places I'm gonna show you in a moment. Guys, can you see the trident behind me? Can you recognize the symbol? If you have any idea of what this place could be, leave it in the comments and you will see this place in 1 second. Guys, I could have never thought in my life that a city as small, relatively small as Modena, could have spaces as huge and sizes as huge. Just look at it. Modena is home to some of the most famous car brands in the world, Maserati and Ferrari. And Enzo Ferrari, the founder of the Ferrari cars, the Ferrari brand, was born here. And there is a museum that could be visited if you are a fan of sports cars, if you are a fan of Ferrari. If you just visit Modena for 1 day, it's a perfect place for you to see. So this house once belonged to a Ferrari family and it was sold by Enzo Ferrari himself, and he was only 20 years old to buy his first race car. Ferrari was very fond of racing since early childhood. He was born here in 1898, so it was just the beginning of the racing era, you know, of the machines era basically. And when he was 20 years old, he sold this place to buy his first race car. He started working for a cars manufacturer in Milan as a test driver first, and then he was promoted to a race driver, and he won his first Grand Prix in that same year. Also, he started working for Alfa Romeo later, way earlier before than the Ferrari brand was established. And with Alfa Romeo, he started producing, his own cars, developing his own cars for Alfa Romeo. He then started his own company, producing only parts for racing cars. And only in 1947, after the war, after the Second World War, and after the bombings of Modena, when his production was moved to Maranello, where there is a huge museum, another Ferrari museum now, and the production of Ferrari, the actual production of Ferrari, so only in 1947 he started producing his own cars with the famous prancing horse on it. This sign of a prancing horse is famous in the whole world as the brand of Ferrari, and there is a story linked to it, that during the First World War, when Ferrari was in the military, he had a friend who was an Italian fight-plane pilot who gave a necklace with a prancing horse on it to Enzo Ferrari as a gift before his takeoff. His friend was later shot down, and in his memory Ferrari used this prancing horse symbol, as a mark of his legendary cars, Another cool thing about Emilia-Romagna region is that it produces some of the most famous cars in the whole world. So Ferrari and Maserati are being produced here in Modena, Lamborghini are being produced near Bologna, and Ducati, a famous motorbike brand, is made in Bologna itself. So I've been thinking I would really like to film a tour of all these museums and factories. Let me know in the comments if you want a tour around the productions of these legendary brands, of these legendary machines. I'm such a huge fan of those, to be honest. I mean, I can't pass by a Ferrari or Lamborghini when it's parked on the street or when I see them, and you actually see a lot of them in Emilia-Romagna and in all Italy, to be honest, and that's amazing. I really want to film a tour around them, so let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, don't forget to put a thumbs up, to share it with your friends if you like it, and to hit the bell button to get the notifications for new videos, especially the one about Ferrari and Maserati and Lamborghini and Ducati production. And thank you for watching, guys. That's it for today. We're gonna leave Modena soon. Thank you for being here and enjoy your day.